It's time for another video in this series. So I've been making a shift. So I've been sharing some of the things, some of the tips, some of the tricks that I've learned about making a shift, making a change, making just something different happen in your life. So I feel like, the beginning of the year is always a time for, resolutions and kind of trying new things and kind of envisioning something new and different for ourselves. But unfortunately, I think with resolutions they always kind of fall flat. So yeah, I'm just here sharing another idea, another thing that you can think about on your journey to change, to creating some kind of shift. So today I want to talk about basically learning from other people. um, and this can take on several different forms, but I think it's really important that we learn from others. I kind of hinted at this whenever I was talking about community, that we need the support of other people. And if we're just trying to do it all ourselves, then I feel like we can only go so far because we haven't been through it yet. And trying to like figure it all out, sometimes it can be very, very difficult. So um, I think one of the ways to do that is to take classes. So a lot of people take classes, and it doesn't have to be something formal, like where you sign up and you go in person. It could be online. So tutorials, I think, would count for that. So there's so much out there. YouTube and videos and all kind of things out there that a lot of folks are just putting stuff out there for free. People are so generous with what they're giving. And if you look, it doesn't take long to just find these little gems that will help push you forward, help you learn what it is that you need to learn. So whether you're trying to get healthy or trying to be more creative or you're trying to change careers, there's all kinds of things out there to help you do that. So there are things that you can pay for, and maybe you attend in-person classes, or maybe it's online classes, or maybe it's just stuff out there on the internet, on YouTube and other video sources that you can just watch. And these folks are just kind of giving it away. I mean, I that's kind of what I do. It's like I make a lot of content and share it out there freely with folks. So you can find it out there. But if that's I think you can learn a lot that way. But then I want to, and I did mention this in the talk about community, is the idea of a mentor. I think if you have a mentor that can help you, oh man, that's so awesome, because this is a person that you feel like is like further down the road than you are. They've been through this. So whether it's a personal trainer or a teacher that is teaching you about creativity or about cooking or whatever it is, that this person has a lot of knowledge that they can offer you. And so this can be somebody that maybe it is somebody. For me, I was very fortunate whenever I was really getting into my own art and figuring out what that was. I had a good friend who was also a mentor, and I was able to, I really looked up to him and, saw what he was doing, and was like, oh, I want to do that. And, it's like I took a lot from him and I learned a lot from him. And, so now it's like I'm out there and kind of hoping I'm doing that for other people, that other people look at me now as some sort of mentor that can help them. So finding a mentor, and like I said, it could be somebody in person, somebody you actually know, or it might be just online. Folks that you follow online, like, hey, that person has lots of good advice. So maybe you don't personally know them, but maybe they're doing things that really resonate with you, and you're watching their videos and you're listening to their podcasts and you're reading the stuff that they've written. I think there's a lot to be said there. So having some kind of mentor is a great way to learn from others, but then also just sort of like looking at the people that you admire. And for me as an artist, I'm always looking at the artists that I admire and reading about them and studying about them, but then kind of looking at who inspired them. So it's not just, oh, let me take a look at these artists. Who inspired them, and then who inspired them. Austin Kleon talks about this as like a creative family tree, and so you start to kind of see who these people that you feel are like the epitome of their craft, whatever it is. Well, they were inspired by somebody else. So if you're a musician and you are inspired by another musician, well, who influenced them, and then who influenced those people, and then you can kind of make a study, and you're learning from other people. So it can be just taking directly from them, like you are taking classes, maybe somebody's mentoring you, giving you advice, or maybe it's just let me take a look at this work that I admire, and what can I learn from it? What can I learn from these people, even if they're no longer around? I mean, I can look at images, I can listen to music, I can read cookbooks. These are folks that I can learn from, and then, oh, who did they turn to? Who influenced them, and can I learn from them? So I think that's another thing that a lot of these folks that I admire, that I look up to, that I kind of feel are mentors to me, even though I've never met them, I'm learning a lot from them. And this is something that comes up over and over again, is that you're learning from other people, you're taking from other people, you're being inspired by others, and that's going to help you grow, help you change, help you make this shift that you're trying to do. So anyway, so think about that. Think about how you are learning from others. And I would love to hear some of the things that you've been learning. I'd love to hear how some of these ideas that I'm sharing has helped you or benefited you. So feel free to post something in the comments. And yeah, I just appreciate you being here for this journey with me. And thank you so much. And happy creating.